Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. Yeah, we can identify here a possible 5-wave move already to the upside. I would actually prefer one more high, but it's possible technically to already interpret this rally that we've seen from the recent low, the 5th of July low, the Friday low, to the upside as a 5-wave move. But for clarity, I would actually prefer one more high. But given that Bitcoin already produced a possible 5-wave move up and is now retracing in a larger pullback, we have to keep the door open for already this deeper pullback on the dot chart as well. So I'm a bit split here between, okay, do we already have a 5-wave move up or do we need one more high? That's a little bit unclear. But in the end, it doesn't matter so much because we have some support levels to watch here on the 1-hour time frame. Before we really talk more about that, quick reminder, 4-hour chart, we have a 5-wave pattern to the upside into the March high from the October low. That's a potentially bullish structure. We, however, need the price to hold a support area. So we don't really want DOT to break below 460. It's the 78.6 retracement. Loyal viewers know about the importance of that level. Below that level, we're heading into no man's land, where we are basically stuck in an area that we don't really want to be in, below the ideal support level, but above the invalidation point. So there's a lot of, that's our wiggle room that we have, right? That's the wiggle room at the invalidation point for this so-called 1-2 structure, which should lead to a third wave rally. Well, there is no wiggle room left if we break below 355, which is the invalidation point. Well, because it's called invalidation, it really does invalidate the structure. The problem is that any wave 2, which is the 3-wave corrective pullback after a first 5-wave move up, that wave 2 must not go below the beginning of the wave 1. It's just not allowed. It's just invalid. Okay, it's one of the rules. One of the basics, okay? One of the basics in Elliott Wave. So absolutely important to know the rules when doing an Elliott Wave analysis. So it's one of the basics. So in addition to that, that means, we have 5 waves up, corrective pullback. We're looking at a possible reversal. It's not confirmed yet. We have a descending wedge that we're observing. A break above the upper boundary line could lead to a third wave rally. This correction has taken a long time, but it's not invalidated in any way, the bullish structure. So I'm just watching for first signals that the correction is over. Now, one of those signals might be a break above that red trend line I just shared with you, right? So that would be pretty good as a signal. In addition to that, however, any 5-wave move to the upside would already give us some, let's say, something to work with, a structure to work with. Now, as I explained, we might already want to call this a 5-wave move up. Okay, it's possible to call this a 3rd, 4th, 5th wave, and then this is like an ABC. We're currently working on a correction here in a wave 2 maybe, after the wave 1 topped. Then this is the support area, $5.21 to $5.76. Whatever it's doing now, whether we get one more high or not, see, and this is where it doesn't really matter which one it is. So whether we get one more high or not, the market needs to hold above $5.21. So if we get one more high anyway, this wave 4 shouldn't go that low. But if it does, the 521 level is the key support for any larger wave 2 pullback. Any break below 521, which is on the smaller scale here, that 78.6 retracement, will strongly indicate we get another low. Now, that might only be that we touch the lower trend line again, or we touch the 460 level and then recover. You can already identify the strong recovery we've had here from after that one more low formed here. So that basically means I'm just watching for how the price reacts now to that support zone. Maybe we don't get there, but that's why I say, as long as we're holding 521, focus could be on higher. I'm very much watching that trend line. It's got at least 3 touch points. It depends a little bit on how I draw that trend line. I find that very important, that trend line, for a potential breakout. And I think it is mostly dictated by Bitcoin, okay, in the short term. I mean, really, Bitcoin is leading the sentiment. I mean, as far away from all coins move like Bitcoin. No, they don't. but I don't think we're going to see a larger altcoin rally and breakouts left, right, and center as long as Bitcoin is still in correction mode. And Bitcoin is also still stuck below a trend line. I just mentioned that obviously in an update to Gold members, but we'll do another Bitcoin video later. But yes, coins move individually, but still the sentiment is still quite bearish short term. People are still a bit fearful. And we need that sort of turnaround, okay? And therefore, I'm very much watching the Bitcoin chart. It's a bit clearer than the DOT chart on the micro level. But yeah, basically, this gives you key support levels and the key breakout point. I mean, the next structural resistance is at $6.62. And DOT is one of the more interesting charts. I mean, to be honest, the coins I cover on this channel, we talked about that today in the member live stream. I mean, there's so many requests for coins, but most of these are just like bearish, 3-wave tops and everything. I mean, also DOT isn't like an A+ setup. I mean, if you compare that to many of the stocks I'm analyzing, look, it's just poor quality, but still, it is still one of the better crypto charts, and it's holding that 78.6 retracement. And from here, the rally could start. That doesn't necessarily make it a great chart, but probably one of the better altcoin charts. Hope that makes it clear. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.